welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we're going to do a reading for Virgo. Let's call in spirit with some wind chime time. I don't know why that made me think of Christmas. It sounded kind of sleigh bellsy. Maybe you have a gift coming in. It could be a spiritual gift. It could be an actual, like, tied up with a bow kind of gift. We did, I think, actually just start your birthday season, so it could be happy birthday. But either way, I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're going to start off with the Tattoo Tarot. All right, what do we have for Virgo, please? Ooh, good news. A gift indeed. About the Fool in the reverse, huh? So there may have been a false start here, something that you thought that was going to go well. There's something that would have been a new experience for you, but it ended up feeling a lot like something from your past that you thought you were done with. So kind of like a karmic cycle repeating. This could have been a relationship with, for example, like a narcissist, where you didn't feel like that person was a narcissist to begin with. You thought you knew those signs, and then they ended up being like somebody you dated in the past. With this Ten of Swords card in particular, because those hands are at the top of the sword, I do feel like there is a connotation here of something where you saw the danger, you recognized that it could have been at risk, and you did something anyways. So I also feel like Spirit is wanting whoever this message is for to do better with regards to listening to your intuition. If you feel like somebody is operating with negative intent, trust it. I bet you're right. So we have the Five of Pentacles, which is all about, like, being left alone, you know, a little bit of ostracization. Say that 3 times. So there's an element of having to close a door that you didn't want to close, or burn a bridge that you didn't anticipate you would have to burn. But I also feel like as she's looking at the blood pouring from her hand, there's an element of, yeah, this hurts, but I've also been here before. I know how to pick myself up off the ground after a cut to my hand like this. I can get through this. So there's still some hope here, right? Even though there's been a disappointment. So we have the Four of Pentacles and the Tower in the reverse. This to me feels like somebody holding on to something, not being willing to let it go, even though they could feel it burning them from the inside. They could feel that it was hurting them. They could feel that it wasn't good for them. You can see there's flames coming out of the skull. All because they wanted to avoid this drastic change or this argument, this breakup, whatever this tower moment would have represented. They were willing to sacrifice their own health or happiness to avoid or put off this ending. Yeah, someone was looking for a change of pace. Something that reflected the transformation that they had gone through. Whoever I'm reading for, you've been through some pretty difficult relationships, and you've had to figure out how to reinforce your own boundaries, how to reclaim your voice over and over again. And I feel like in this situation, there was some sort of focus on like, do I stay in this because it makes the finances better? Is this situation worth the struggle because financially I'm better off? But this person was justifying something they knew should have ended. It feels to me like the masculine energy was the one who was ready to call it quits earlier on, or first. We've got, with the Ace of Swords in the reverse, the fact that we have the brain exposed is meant to show that you're supposed to use your intuition alongside your intelligence. It's not an either or. You use them together so that you can get the best result, right? But we had somebody who was willing to stay in this Eight of Swords, I don't know who to trust, I don't know who to believe, kind of energy because of love. Because this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Because I don't want to fight. But even delaying this Tower moment didn't help this Knight of Cups avoid the fighting. There was still fighting with the Queen of Swords coming out sideways. There was dishonesty, somebody wearing a mask, and there may have been a third party. Either that or there were friends noticing that the relationship wasn't very healthy, but I think more likely there was flirtation outside of the relationship. Possibly somebody they knew from a long time ago. So we have the, oops, we put that one upside down. Should be reverse. Clarifying the Ace of Swords in the reverse, we have the Page of Swords. So somebody was trying their damnedest to ignore the truth in the situation, but they did eventually find out the truth. They may have found something that proved somebody was flirting on a dating app, or they may have been told by somebody that they found their partner doing that. Whatever it was, there was information that came to light that made it quite clear what the situation actually was. And with justice coming out, it's like that, well, yeah, the truth is always going to come out. If somebody's trying to hide that they're being unfaithful, they're going to lose that relationship. So it's like somebody wasn't sure if they wanted to be in this relationship, and they thought they could just kind of like be half in one, half into another. Oops. And they cause quite the mess, like me. Yeah, I think somebody might be a little bit codependent, and that's why they were unwilling to be kind of forthcoming or honest about what it was they were wanting when it came to this relationship. We're going to clarify with the Tarot Familiars. If this is resonating for you, Virgo, go ahead and give me a like or a subscribe. I'm almost to 1,000. Alright, what else do we have for Virgo? The Wheel of Fortune. Yup. And Temperance. Things are going to balance out, my friend. There's also a message here about making sure you're doing right by your healing. If you need to take some time to yourself, if you need to go be in nature, if you need to write some stuff down, do something to process what you've been through. But there are good things coming to this person who was doing their best to make something work, even though they weren't sure the other person was really, of the same mind, right? So we have Seven of Cups, confusion. Just like I was talking about, there was some confusion over whether or not somebody might have been seeing another person. Somebody had options, or perhaps both people had options, so it might have been one of those things where there was distrust on both sides. We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse. Feels to me like now we're no contact, or the argument that really ended it resulted in one party like blocking or just cutting all communication. We have the Queen of Pentacles clarifying justice. So for some of you, I see this as somebody's going to find solace from this situation, not just from the karma that's delivered, but also from somebody close in their family that will help them heal. And for others of you, this is confirmation that the female was in a third-party situation. We have the King of Wands in the reverse, and the Four of Swords in the reverse. Again, a message about making sure you're able to heal. And I also feel like for some of you, there were some arguments pertaining to sex, the frequency thereof, or perhaps even like the flavor of sex. But there were arguments here, and a lot of it stemmed from not resolving issues and having an ongoing like distrust. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is like a slow-moving energy, but also something that communicates a person's desire to be stable. So I feel like someone will eventually get an apology, but it's going to take a while. So if you're resonating with the half of this that was mistreated, please don't sit around and wait for an apology for your closure. Find some closure of your own. This person is going to eventually realize that for their karma to get better, they're going to have to apologize to you. Genuinely. So it's going to eventually happen, but it's going to take a while. This person has some growing up to do. And we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse, clarifying the Seven of Cups. There was some confusion here because somebody would show disinterest and then really fight to keep you. But really it was just a codependency thing. They wanted to be able to have somebody to come home to each night. They wanted something reliable. But they ended up pushing you to really work on yourself and speak to what it is that you like or what it is that you want. So whoever it was that got pushed to do this, it's not nice that you had to go through that, but you have become a much stronger person as a result. Yeah, so we had somebody who was manipulative when it came to putting in the work. Somebody had higher expectations for the other half of the relationship than they did for themselves, and they were emotionally manipulative. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Knave of Pentacles in the reverse. So let's get something a little nicer for you guys with the Zodiac fortune telling cards. I love these guys, they're so weird. Be careful of your health. So Virgo, please make sure you're drinking water, exercising, eating well. There is a concern here about you neglecting that, so be nice to yourself. Something will happen that will change the entire atmosphere for the best. Okay, so don't get too used to things being a little glum right now. Things are about to get much better for you. Your person will be, your life partner will be a person of strong will. So if it's a pushover, you can just push right on past, because it's not going to be your partner. You're going to end up with somebody that knows exactly how to embody this Emperor energy, because they know how to speak their truth. All right, I hope that provides some clarity for you there, Virgo, and that you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much for the support.